Hello everybody and welcome back to Robert's Reviews. I am filming this at 3:49 a.m. So I apologize if I'm a little quiet. I'm trying to make sure I don't wake everybody up in my house. But I did finish watching The Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 6, which at least as of right now is still called just episode 6. There's no title or anything. I'm assuming it's going to be that way, at least for a little bit. But they did that with WandaVision a little bit, where they kind of labeled episode 1 and episode 2 until a little bit later when they felt like it was okay to release the title. I do want to warn you guys that there may be spoilers for this episode, because you can't really talk about it without spoiling anything. So episode 6 kind of starts off pretty quickly. We jump right into the action, which was expected because it's a finale for one, and for two, it kind of left off on a note that was very suspenseful in the episode 5. We quickly see that Captain America is now Sam, and he even calls himself Captain America, so we know for a fact that he at least does consider himself to be Captain America. And in the box in episode 5 was a Captain America suit that also had the wings and all that kind of stuff, which we knew was going to happen because there was a leak online for some toys that had that costume on, which is kind of depressing, but it is what it is. I think it was very well done. I like the costume a lot, and I like how he becomes Captain America here. I really do like it. We quickly see that the battle is going their way. They kind of take it over a little bit too easy, in my opinion. I do think it was a little bit too easy for them to win. However, they did have John Walker come in and help a little bit, which was weird, I guess. I don't really think he... I like him. I like him as a character. I just kind of wish he stayed on the evil side a little bit. If only to give us a little bit more consistency here. I'm okay with how he ended up helping. And in the end, we'll talk about what happens in the end. But, you know, I think it is a little bit interesting that they decided to do that. I think that, at least for the beginning of the episode, it was a little safe. It was very actiony. It was very like, let's kill the bad guys, which is fine. But it was good. The fighting was okay, although it was kind of dark and hard to see a lot of it. But I did like seeing new Captain America in action. I really did. Thought it was really good, and of course he really did do very well with being Captain America. So I think that went really, really well. Let's see. After that, there's just like half an hour of decline and recession. And we learn that Sharon Carter is in fact the power broker. We don't really know what that means yet, but we know it means some bad stuff is gonna happen. In my opinion, I don't think we're actually going to see inflections of that until season 2 of this, which I do think there will be a season 2, but I think it's just going to be called Captain America and the Winter Soldier, is my thought, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. So I don't think anybody's going to be surprised that she's the power broker. I really don't. It's really not that big of a surprise. But I don't know. I think it's going to be cool. I'm excited about it at the very least. We do get a lot of racism background and stuff like that, where, you know, Sam talks about it and Sam's like, hey, you guys realize that we never had a black Captain America, and like, you always suppress these people and that kind of stuff. So they had like a heart-to-heart there, and it works really well because then they changed their mind about the moving around and stuff, which is nice. We all knew it was going to happen. I do think it was a little bit long of a monologue, maybe a little bit repetitive, but it was okay. And then we get to visit Isaiah, and Isaiah gets to go in the museum of Captain America, and it's a really sweet moment. And then, of course, Bucky goes around and he finishes off his list of people he needs to confess to, so he's free now. And I think that it went really well. I think that the ending of the show went quite well. Carly died, which was nice, and then, of course, U.S. Agent was finally announced officially. I don't know what that means in terms of what we're going to get out of him, because he is technically, you know, an anti-hero or a villain in the comics, so I don't think we're going to get, you know, he's not going to be a good guy. However, I don't know when we'll see him next, you know, because of course he's working with Val, and she technically is Madam Hydra, so we don't really know where that's going. except maybe a Dark Avengers, although I guess we can maybe see him in Secret Invasion. There's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts around here, but I think the biggest question is what exactly is going to be the Power Broker's role in whatever happens next. In my opinion, I think there's going to be a season 2 of this show, and I think it's going to be called Captain America and the Winter Soldier, and it's going to focus mostly on the Winter Soldier becoming the White Wolf, and then season 3 might even be Captain America and the White Wolf, and we might, because at this point, this show is very Sam oriented, right? It really was. It was about him. It was about black, the black race, trying to, figure out how to levitate itself without having to be pushed down by whites. And it was about the Captain America suit and the shield and stuff. Whereas with Bucky, he was just kind of there because he felt betrayed a little bit. But now he's his friend, and he finally has gotten rid of the Winter Soldier, and I'm trying to figure out how he can be himself without being the Winter Soldier. So I think that we will see a season 2 of this show, but I think it will be called Captain America and the Winter Soldier. And I think that the main villain will be the Power Broker. But I don't know whether or not we'll see the Power Broker anywhere else. I can say with almost complete confidence we won't. I don't think we'll see her. I mean, she just doesn't fit into any of the movies coming out. I don't think she'll be in Doctor Strange. She's not going to be in Spider-Man. She's not going to be in Thor. It's just I don't see it fitting anywhere. But I do think she fits into a couple of the Disney Plus shows. I do think that she will be in another season of this show, because I do think there will be a second season. I don't imagine there'll be another WandaVision series or show season, I should say. I'm pretty confident there won't be. This, however, I'm fairly confident we will see a season 2, and I'm pretty confident they're going to announce a season 2 pretty soon. It wouldn't surprise me if later on this week, or even over the weekend, they announce a season 2, because this does definitely deserve a season 2. I don't think it was the most perfect show in the world. I really don't. I know so far it's not my favorite Disney Plus show that they've announced or released, but I think that it is good for what it is, and I think that it does help set up a lot of stuff for what could potentially be good movies. And as for U.S. Agent, I don't know exactly where we see him next, but he's obviously with Val, and Val could be working with the Power Broker, which then means that U.S. Agent, Val, and the Power Broker are going to be a big trio of villains. I don't know, or we could just get a U.S. Agent show where he's an anti-hero, and we get some superheroes kind of cameoed in there. I don't know. Also, maybe we have to wait till the Dark Avengers. Maybe we wait till Madam Hydra, which could be a show, and you never really know what all this could go down. So overall, I'm really happy with this episode. I will release at some point, probably in the next couple weeks, I'll release an entire series review, as I did with WandaVision. But I did enjoy it. I don't necessarily think it's worth staying up till 3 a.m. To watch it, but I did, as I plan to hopefully always do for finales. For the next show, it's Loki, and it doesn't come in till is it May or is it April or June? I want to say it was June, because I think it was. I think the first episode came out when I came back from Florida. There's a week that I'm going to Florida, and on that week there's a Friday that I'm traveling back home from Florida. On that day, I will not be releasing any new videos in the morning. However, when I get home, whatever was released that morning, I'm going to watch as soon as I land and get back home. That'll be the first thing I do is when I sit down on my computer, watch that, and then edit and upload a video for that. But I won't be able to do any other new releases, but that's okay. It is now 4 a.m., and so I'm going to upload this. And stay tuned for later on. After my class ends at 10, I'm going to start watching either Bloodthirsty or Mortal Kombat. And then throughout the day, I'm watching both of those, so you guys can look forward to watching my reviews for Bloodthirsty and for Mortal Kombat, both of which I'm pretty excited for. So hopefully they're pretty good, but I guess we'll see. But thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this. Please consider subscribing. It's a huge help. And as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.